Hi gang, Mr. Ed here, and yesterday somebody gave me an idea to do an honest art studio tour, so I wanted to give you a tour of how my studio looks right before I clean it at the end of the week. Uh, Progressively day after day. I try to keep up on it a little bit, but I don't usually put everything back in its place except for once a week when I have the time to really dedicate myself to the organization. Otherwise, I just kind of deal with the chaos as it grows and grows. So here is a little bit of the craziness. It's looked crazier than this, but this is kind of like after a few projects, and I really have to straighten up if I can do anything else in here. So I just wanted to show you that transition and give you an honest tour. So I hope you enjoy this. So you walk in the front door and you drop your shoes on the little mat there, and behind me in the corner is a bag of trash that's getting ready to go outside. I didn't think you guys wanted to see that. I carried this cardboard display home from work like a crazy person so that I could cover it with paper and use it as a little storage cabinet for art or projects that are small enough to go in there. I didn't have the heart to throw it in the trash because it seems like I would go and buy some cardboard organizers like that for $3 or $4. So it just seemed like a good value for me. But hopefully I'll fill it with things that are a little bit more important than some stale hamburger buns and a sketchbook I never draw in. A couple of I'll be able to just put papers or whatever in there. I kind of like that. It's really heavy cardboard. Now my closet, uh, I have hopes for it, but I just need to get some organization. Right now everything is just tossed in there. Anything extra that I don't want in the way is pretty much literally tossed in there. You can see it's just falling down. It's a big pile now, and it's growing. I suspect in maybe a couple months there'll be seagulls living in there. Hopefully I'll keep it from progressing to that point, but it is like cursed, so kind of like do a little luck hex there. Here's some art, some color changing art that I have. I actually love this art piece. And did you see the can of pork and beans on the towel holder? I don't know can you see it there? Why is that there? Can anyone answer that question? I have no idea. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. I got ketchup and mustard there. Just sitting, hanging out. Maybe I'll get a hankering for pork and beans. I'll be like, where is it? Oh, it's on the towel rack, of course. This is a nightmare. But the wall looks nice. Some nice art there. A little thermometer. I don't know. Is that how you say it? I got some paint pour drying out there. Undisturbed. This is usually covered completely with more than just a towel. So down in this pile, I'm going to clear this out and then show you what there is. There's a broken mirror for some reason. I guess I was going to make some artwork out of the broken, dangerous shards of glass. Hopefully I'll do that before I injure myself. Try to keep it all in one piece. Some broken artwork there. Cups with dried paint in it for some reason. And a wrist brace I've been looking for forever. I was like 2 weeks ago I was looking for this when I hurt my wrist. Wringing out a mop. I think that's how I did it. When you get old, you just hurt yourself doing normal things like breathing and resisting gravity. Got my light there, does all kinds of sophisticated things. And then on the floor, I don't know, just all kinds of debris. I've got my paint towels. They get covered in paint and glue and plaster. I got drawers that one of them I can't even open. The other one I barely can open, and the third one I can get open, but there's nothing in it. On the ground here, some old artwork I did. I still don't know what I'm going to do with it, but that's what I've done with it so far. It's kind of interesting. I'm not sure. Really not sure about it. And then some debris from a plaster cast, sand casting, a tray with sand on it for sand casting, which I'm going to be doing some more of that. So that's part of the stuff I got to clean up today. But I thought I'd show you how it is in the interim. I just get done with that project. I tossed it on the side with a piece of cardboard to keep it all kind of at least in an area. And then when I'm ready to go back to it, I grab it. On top of the little heat thing is a jar with some incense sticks in there because I love the smell of them. And I got an art project here that I've been working on. It's it's got a strand of battery operated lights that are inside this, and there's gel beads in there, and it makes a really cool pattern when the battery's not dead. A sink for cleaning up, and my view, oh, it's just so beautiful, just breathtaking all the time. I love it. Grizzly Peak, and then there's highway there, Siskiyou. I do some time lapse with that selfie stick. I kind of set it up so it'll hold the camera and then just time lapse it. And I've got some things people have given me in the corner, and there's my rhododendron I want to make into some artwork. I'm going to make a flower pot fairy house artwork, so that's kind of in the works there. I got my stool on top of a bunch of cords so I can electrocute myself while I'm sipping coffee looking at Grizzly Peak, and then all kinds of stuff. This is from the spinning paint pour that I did. I'm going to do a full video on that. I never tried it before, and I did a test video on Facebook, a live stream, and showed some people. The results are back there on the wall. And here's a table with my light table on there, and then it's covered. It's just madness. I need to get this straightened out. I probably won't straighten it out until I need to do some light table work. I got my fragrance there. I won't tell you what it is because I don't want anybody else smelling like me. Things, paint. Oh, I've been looking for that. I didn't even notice that was in there. That green thing, I've been looking for it. It goes to one of my lights. I'm glad I did this tour. I found some things. It's on record now. I can rewind the tape and see where it's at, and not that tape. I can't even get down to my light table. It's covered with rocks and stuff for a sand casting. This is artwork that I brought with me from the Midwest. It's one of the few pieces of art that I actually still have. Most of them I've sold or I had to leave in the Midwest. There's that spinning paint pour right there. I love how it turned out. A little stool, and looks like I'm playing a prank on myself right there. That's from hanging those pictures earlier. Sweatshirt that I put on the chair and it just falls off like that. And then a bowl full of plastic skeleton pieces for some reason. My creme brulee torch that I use for my art. And then some whatnots. I have no idea. That's just a catch-all surface. My rhoda. Here I have some Indian spice and some Indian salt. I had the spice is still wrapped in heavy plastic because it is so strong smelling. I want to send it to my dad so he can use it in stink bait for catching catfish. I'm serious. That's not a joke. It sounds like one. Underneath here is a nightmare. When I'm doing my videos or whatever, things just get tossed onto the side there, so I don't have to be away from the camera too much, and then it never gets picked up. So I need to do that here when I clean up my studio. This is always insane. I try my best to keep like things together, but I just pull them out and it's not organized well enough to just pop them back in place. So it just stays out. So then I have to actively go and straighten everything. Put them all. Usually get aggravated. I'll cuss a lot and say things that would hurt someone's feelings if they were in here while I was doing it. So that's pretty much my art studio. It's just a small room with lots of little messes all over the place. So I got to get this straightened up here. Okay, well that's it. The one thing I didn't show you is when I go outside my door, there's a little sign there that says enjoy your life. And I feel like that's the intersection between being organized and being chaotic. If you can find that sweet spot, then I think you're going to maybe get the most out of it. You're not obsessed with being organized, but you're not just falling apart in complete chaos. So that's pretty much my life as an artist, and pretty much my life in general, to be honest. So this is really more than just an honest art studio tour. It's kind of an honest view of how I am as a human being. I'm just not super organized, and I'm not super chaotic. I kind of fall in between, and that's the most I can hope for. So I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, hit the like. If you haven't, hit the thumbs down. Let me know why. And if you have subscribed, thank you. If you haven't, please subscribe, hit the bell, and until next time, take care.